Welcome to Camo Office Hours Live. I'm your host, Eden from Camo, and I'm here today to take any of your camo or content creation related questions, and I'll be demoing some of our features and addressing some of our frequently asked questions that we've compiled from not just our YouTube comments, but also our help desk. So drop any comments or questions into the chat. And today's icebreaker slash small talk question is, what's the weather like where you are? Because we have really lovely high 70s in New York right now. It's pretty much the ideal weather. Hopefully I can go outside a little bit and the allergies won't be killing me. But I look forward to hearing where you guys are from, and let's start doing some gaming. All right, let's cook some food in this. What's this game called actually? Let me see. Tokyo Cooking. Okay, but for real, the reason I wanted to demo this game is because one of our frequently asked questions is about one of our default scenes called Circular. Oops, sorry about that. If I minimize the left-hand navigation panel, you can see the gaming scene a little bit better. We have some friends here in the chat. John J, what's up? What's up? Brusco, you're back in Miami now? Okay, Miami, and it rains 12 and 3 like clockwork. Isn't it hurricane season? Yo, stay careful out there, okay? I know it's hurricane season in New Orleans, but I'm not sure about Miami, but you know, all of that southeast, be safe, everyone. Yeah, if you live in hurricane or typhoon country, be safe. Stock up on some water. Cincinnati is 86 degrees. Wow, that seems really warm for September. Or yeah, it's September. It's September. All right, so the reason I wanted to demo this scene using this game, and we are just gonna hang out while questions roll in, but if y'all notice the sushi roll in the corner, it might look a little dark or shaded. And that is a question we get a lot because in this default scene, we have a little bit of a gradient that is built in, and it is actually this image. So if I hide it, you'll see the little sushi roll, the little Fudomaki sushi roll, brighten up a little bit. So we're giving our default scenes another think, but I'm just gonna turn it on and then off again to show you guys the difference. Sushi roll, a little shaded now, and then if I hide it or delete it, the sushi roll is a lot brighter. So we actually have the scene built this way because the scene also comes with some default text on it. So if I show the layers, it's because there was, oh, what's this text doing down here? There was text also built into the default scene, so it makes it easier to see, and it was not intended for a gaming scene. It was more intended for like a video scene, so it just like is a little bit of gradient, like sort of like a little corner vignette, to make the text easier to read. But we've gotten a lot of feedback, and we hear you guys on the dark corner being not super intuitive to find. So I'm just gonna turn these off again. Hide, and you can see how the sushi roll is bright and clear again. Brusco flies more than a mean, but for no reason. Oh man, that's funny. Rack up those miles. Rack up those miles. Back in Vegas next week. Hopefully, I don't know, it feels like you have kind of two extremes, either rainy weather or desert. It's probably still hot in Vegas right now. Anyway, if you're just joining us today, I am walking through some of our frequently asked questions. And taking your questions about camo and or content creation. So drop them in the chat. And our small talk question is, I want to know what the weather is like where you are today, because I'm also really excited that I'm going to be at TwitchCon next week in San Diego, and it's going to be really nice. So also, if you are going to be at TwitchCon, if anyone else is going to be at TwitchCon, let me know. I would love to meet up and hang out with Camo friends. So let's see, rice. What do I do with rice? Oh, put the rice over here. Rice goes here. There we go. I'm a little rusty in this Tokyo cooking game. Oh my god, I don't remember what I'm doing. Water? How do I fill it with water? Or do I put it over here? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, now I remember. I have to pour the rice. Pour the rice. There we go. Success. Wow. All right. We'll do a little gaming, a little checking in on questions, and just the next question that's up on the agenda. So the scene editor in this fourth layers tab, the show and hide is really clutch because that way you don't actually have to delete things off your scene when you're still setting it up. To get to this menu, I'm using a mouse to right click, but you can also long press to get this hide, arrange, and delete menu. Or you can also long press on the element with it selected in the scene itself. So just there's a few different ways to approach hiding and arranging things. But yeah, I'm just gonna show this one last time because it's a frequently asked questions. We've gotten it like 5 times in the last 3 months. And this is how you get rid of the dark corner. You can hide it or delete it. Giovanni asks, what device do you guys use for Camo Studio? I'll go ahead and pitch this to everyone else in the chat also. I switch between using a iPhone 13 and a Sony a6600 brought into Camo using a capture card. What about you? What are you using? I would love to know what you guys are using with Camo or just for content creation in general. I was having a chat with a friend in the content creation space, and he was one of those people that was able to get a unnamed webcam that I also have. He has it looking really good in his scene. I don't know why it never looks good with mine. So that's why I stick to using my phone, using either wired or USB connection. We can actually walk through that here in the app also. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this scene as is, and actually we'll come back to the gaming scene in a little bit because we also have a lot of questions about screen sharing. I'll use this as an opportunity to show off or to show how we do, how we pair devices. Screen share. Submit, go to my new scene. Oops, all scenes, there we go. Screen share. So for screen share, I do also have my iPhone 13 Pro Max connected already, which I have a lot of mounts, but I happen to not have this one mounted, but let me switch to it real quick. That is... So this one is iPhone paired wirelessly to Camo Studio. We've gotten a lot of good feedback about mobile pairing, mobile device support, mobile camera support. Okay, I don't really like this though, so I'm actually going to set this to a screen share. But also because I like my scenes to be pretty, let's go ahead and also set a background. So while I'm here, you can use any media that your iPad can support as a background. So either whether it's a video or a photo. I have some stock photos in here. Where are they? A lot of them are screen recordings from various things. All right, here we go. We have purple. No, we can barely see it because it's in the background. Let's try something else. Photo library. Actually, there's also the background gallery that you can use. And I see Giovanni saying that use the iPad mini 6 as the main device for camera, iPhone 12 or Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Do you have, I'm very close to pulling the trigger on a Samsung because I am being very swayed by their product placement in some shows that I watch. I'd just love to know what you think of the difference in the cameras between the iPhone 12 or the Samsung Galaxy. I have some thoughts, but I would like to hear yours since you use either one of them. And Von J is using M4. Yo, M4, nice. You have the newest iPad Pro, NZ XT. Oh, do I have that one too? Oh, I have the 4K 30, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I really like the NZ XT capture cards. I'm testing out different ones right now. I'll also share, I'm using a Nearstream one that I recently got. I think it's a little bit newer. Also, highly recommend. It's been very consistent so far. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the NZ XT. I think mine is only the 4K 30 though. Or I guess, yeah, 4K 30. iPhone 15 Pro is sick also. Yeah, that 15, oh, I'm so excited to upgrade to the iPhone 16 because I'm on the 13 right now and I'm just like, it's doing the Apple thing where I feel like it's starting to be like, it's time for you to upgrade, time for you to upgrade. Vaughn, what console do you have set up? I'm using a Switch, so I have my Switch plugged into a capture card that's going into the iPad, but I would love to know what other consoles people are using. Yeah, it's time to start thinking about it, that product placement. Major difference. Major difference. Major difference in what? Like color, overall quality, low light, or like I'm just major difference, and which one is better? Or is this a situation where it's not necessarily one is better than the other, or it's very like use case situational? I'm just very much on the edge, so anything you'd like to share, I would love to hear your thoughts. Xbox. I used to be a Halo 2 girly back in the day, and I retired from Xbox after my 360 Elite died. What are you playing on Xbox? I'd love to know. Switch? What are you playing on Switch? I am, the fall, I feel like, is my gaming season, so I'm like, what is everyone playing? I like to cozy up in when the weather starts getting cool and just do some gaming. Brusco, this actually gives me a really good idea. I might have to get someone on the show that has both like the latest and greatest Samsung and the latest and greatest iPhone, maybe even Pixel, and get them to break down the difference for us. I know one of my friends, he carries a Pixel and a iPhone because he says the Pixel takes better photos and the iPhone takes better videos. So, but yeah. That actually gives me a really good idea for a show. Come on. Y'all don't want to see me out there with my Xbox controller, my Japanese-esque controller that I special ordered from eBay. I was a massive nerd back in the day, but I embrace it. I'm still a massive nerd, I guess. I just talked about how I love doing some gaming in the winter. We have my special guest Shion to help fill the scene for me because I figured you guys would get tired of looking at me twice in one scene. And also because I can only look at one camera at a time, so I feel like it's weird when there's two me's. Okay, Giovanni says the quality is better. The zoom is insane. Ah, okay. Yeah, the zoom on the iPhone is at least the 13 that I have was it's time for upgrade. That's all I have to say. So that's interesting. Images seem more realistic. I don't know. Aiden, are you watching? I think you need to get me in a Samsung so I can do market research for our awesome community because people want to know. All right, NZXT HD60 or Elgato. Okay, so Giovanni, I actually have both. I have the NZXT. So this is the 4K 30, and I have the Elgato HD60, and I find them pretty comparable. They are here. Let me switch to a bigger scene. So they have the same. Oh, the Elgato's plugged in, but they both have the HDMI in and HDMI out, and then the USB-C connector. They look pretty similar, also similar form factor. The NZXT actually has like a nice little weight to it that gives it a kind of like a premium feel. Like it doesn't feel very flimsy. I'm not saying that Elgato one feels flimsy, but it's just like a different vibe kind of. But I've had pretty similar results with both. There is slight color differences between capture cards, which I actually do have a capture card video in the works. And so drop your capture card questions into the chat or in the comments in any of our videos. I'll get one of my team members to go through it, and we are going to farm those questions because we are diving into capture cards. That's why I have 5 in the room with me right now. I would like to also know which capture cards you guys are using. A lot of people use... Oh, okay. The S23 Ultras for IRL streaming. Nice. Yeah, the Galaxy... the Galaxy looks, the Galaxy really just... I feel like every time I see a Galaxy ad or someone I know with a Galaxy or with a Pixel, I just get like... Or maybe it's like phone FOMO. You want the phone that you don't have. And I have the iPhone, so I want the other one to test and to try out, but... We'll see if we can make that happen. Okay, so actually I just realized I am gonna switch to me. Because this is actually another frequently asked question that we get is, oh, why is it shaped like this? Oh, y'all like my little chihuahua in the background? That's my newest little buddy. Another one of our frequently asked questions is why some people say that they feel like their face camera feels like it gets cropped when they start a screen share, and I'm going to demo that. So if we activate the screen capture to see what a preview of the screen capture scene is going to look like, which is this in the middle. I think what is happening a lot of the time is people might have auto framing on, or auto framing with zoom on, and if you have it set really high, it will want to zoom in on your face and look really... Your face will look like it's cut off. So if you feel like you're running into this, make sure you have auto framing off and that you zoom out. And so now it looks a lot more... If I zoom all the way out, it's actually the full scene that you guys can see in my main view. So yeah, that is another one of the top questions that we get. If you feel like your video is too zoomed in, make sure you have framing zoomed out and that you have auto or auto with zoom off, because it could be the culprit. But yeah, I like our update that now lets you get a much more accurate preview of what the screen share is going to look like. Oh, someone on TikTok convinced you to try out the 4K HDMI capture card USB 3.0. All right, well, once you get it and test it out, feel free to drop by the channel and let us know how it goes. And if it's a really good experience, then we might have to get one too. So I like to ask what capture cards you guys are using, because I like to know which ones work well. I like to test them, and a lot of people look for recommendations. So if you guys feel like sharing, we always do want to hear what type of capture cards y'all are using. Thank you. We will look forward to your update, Gio. Also, while we're here, Giovanni, what kind of content do you create? Von J says he's a huge sports nerd, so a lot of Madden 25, college sports, Mega Man Battle. Man, I used to play Mega Man way back in the day on like I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but a emulator on the computer that my brother had, and it was a good time. It was a good time. All right, so that was one of our biggest screen share questions, was about getting their face cam dialed in right. So just a reminder, I'll make this a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. A reminder that we are limited to using the iPad operating system's screen capture. So we also get questions about people saying like, why can't I put it in the middle or somewhere more specific where maybe in the app that they're screen sharing, it's like not blocking something, but the video ends up jumping to one of the four corners because that's how the iPad OS works when it does screen sharing. So hopefully they'll open that a little bit of flexibility up in the future, so that, you know, like I have this blank space in the middle of the Camo app. If I was going to screen share it, it would be cool to be able to put my video like in the middle where it's not blocking anything. But right now we are limited to using the iPad OS screen share. So that is why it feels the need to jump to one of the four corners. I know, Mega Man, major file. Mobile games like COD Mobile, all right. Yo, I feel like mobile games are getting better and better. Although my boss here at Camo, shouts to Aiden, he doesn't believe in mobile gaming. He says mobile games are not, he does not recognize them as a real gaming category. But I like to push back on that because a lot of the games that I have on the DS also have an iOS version, and the gameplay is pretty similar. I'm playing a lot of Miles Edgeworth right now. I just finished the first game, and we'll be starting the second game soon. So when is Camo Studio coming to Samsung tablets? That is a great question. So right now I stream from both my laptop and the iPad. It depends on what I want to do. The iPad app right now doesn't have like an interview feature, and I like to do podcasts and interview shows, panel shows, so that I need to run from my computer. But the iPad I do use for gaming, just because it's like pretty straightforward to plug and play. We've gotten a lot of requests for Samsung and other Android tablets, especially last year at TwitchCon. We were demoing the iPad app. Everyone was like, oh, the iPad app is cool, but if you bring it to an Android tablet, we might actually consider it. So I know that we have conversations going. That's all I can say at this moment in time, but it is on the radar. We know that a lot of people are looking for us to have the same experience on all the platforms, just like we are on the computer. We have Mac, we're on Mac and Windows, so hopefully we can bring that to tablets as well. Emotion Flowing, thank you for joining. When can you play video as a background on the Mac version? Okay, so I love this feature request. We will hopefully be bringing this feature to you sooner than later. I will tease that we maybe have had this feature in a test build in the near future, in recent history. So usually when I get to test the build with the feature, that means it's slowly gonna start being on the way to you guys. I wish I could share a little bit more. We might be sharing a little bit more in the coming weeks about some more features that we're going to be releasing for Camo on desktop, so stay tuned. I'm guessing if you're here, you're either subscribed to our channel or get our emails, so we'll definitely be letting you guys know we have some fun stuff coming up with a lot more features on our desktop. I mean, and our iPad, but we have some fun desktop features coming, and we know that video backgrounds, video playback are feature requests that a lot of people have. So hang tight and keep your eye out. And as Brusco says, keep your third eye open. And yes, he just doesn't believe in them. He just doesn't recognize them. It's like he doesn't see them. I'll have him on the show sometime. The iOS can have the emulator now. That is interesting. We need to get, I'm hoping that we can get my own feature request for Camo Studio on iPad, and I'm gonna go ahead and switch back to the gaming scene because I feel like it's better for chatting. But I would love to be able to connect my phone to the iPad because I play not that many mobile games anymore, but historically I do play a lot of mobile games. But I gotta switch into Steam Deck now, so I am more on those these days. But yeah, I think it would be cool to bring in iPhone screen into the iPad app and do streaming that way. Or we might bring streaming to one day. Maybe we'll bring it to iOS and iPad OS in addition to iPad OS. I'm sorry, you guys. I usually try not to drink water or anything on streams, but it's allergy season a little bit. And when I take Zyrtec and other allergy medicine, it makes me, one of the side effects is that it makes my throat really dry. So this is not beer, it's not alcohol, it's Culture Pop, it's a probiotic drink. In case anyone thought I was just drinking on the job, I am not. I do apologize for sipping on the stream because I try to hydrate before the show. Yeah, so for some of the people that are just joining us, feel free to drop any questions you have into the chat. I was just walking through some of our frequently asked questions. I'm, waiting for questions to roll in. If you have questions about using Camo on either the iPad or the desktop, Windows or Mac, feel free to drop them in the chat. Or just share what type of content you create. Oh, and also, if you guys have channels, feel free to drop them in the chat also. I would love to follow along and see what type of content people in our community are creating. I'm also trying to get more into Twitch streaming, so if any of you guys do game streaming, I would love to follow along and learn a little bit more about how people do game streams, because I feel like I have the educational streaming and podcast streaming down, but game streaming, I'm still honing my skills. So I also sometimes stream with one of my work besties. And it feels easier when I'm streaming with a friend, but I want to get better at solo streaming because it's kind of a crutch. If I have a friend that I'm streaming with and then they can't stream, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm not streaming. So sometimes it's a little bit of a back and forth. So capture card to stream phone to iPad. That's a great question. So I feel like you might be able to do this right now. Well, it depends on what iPhone you have. I've not tested this because all of my iPhones at the moment are still on the Lightning port. Theoretically, you should be able to connect a USB-C adapter that has an HDMI out to an iPhone 15 or newer. Yeah, I think 15 is when the ports switch to USB-C, and bring it in through a capture card that way. So that is theoretical. I have not tested it myself. I believe we have suggested for people to try it, and they have said that it worked. I like to test things with my own eyes, but if you have a USB-C port iPhone, you should be able to get an adapter. I've seen them online, or even just a hub that has a HDMI out. You should be able to then hook it up to a capture card and bring the phone into the iPad that way. So I think if you have an older iPhone with a Lightning port like me, it's a little bit more convoluted though. So Ted, how can you get rid of the pronouns in the overlay templates? Are you on desktop or iPad? Either way, you would go into, let me see, let me check the iPad. I don't think we have, okay, we don't have pronouns on this, so you must be on desktop. Let's take a look. This is Camo on desktop, and to get rid of the pronouns, you double tap to create a new overlay from the template, and you'll say Ted's overlay, and then from here you can just delete you can delete any of the elements, but you just double click, create a copy of the template, and then you can edit the template however you want. From here you can just delete it. Yeah, you can delete it and then just scoot stuff up a little bit. Oop, didn't mean to do that. I'm using a different mouse than usual, so bear with me. Where is it? Here we go. There we go. London. And there you go. No more pronouns. Yeah, so any of the overlays that are in the templates, you can double click to duplicate, and then from there you can edit them, and you can edit them however you want. It's pretty flexible. That's a great question. Thank you for asking. Yeah, if anyone else has Camo desktop questions, feel free to drop them in. I'm ready to demo either one. Nice, Giovanni. We would love to hear what you come up with. I'm pretty sure I've also searched for adapters and they exist for the Lightning port also, but they are fewer and far between than the USB-C ones. So they're just a little bit finickier. Yeah, I guess we can do some overlays editing on the desktop app as well. Let's see. Let's check out our... All right, so if you are not sure what scene variables are, and I did not before we added them to Camo, in our templates, you see how we have John Appleseed, they, them, at Appleseed, London, UK, already pre-imported into the templates. That is what the variables are. If you hit manage variables, you can change the first name, which, let's say, Shion. Last name, Wanus. Oh, am I using the wrong mouse? Yeah, I was. On us. Social. One us official. Pronouns, and you can leave stuff blank too if you want, and then delete it later. Email shion@oneus.com. Not a real email. This is just for demo purposes. Location, we will put RBW. All right, so if you fill out the overlay variables form, you'll now see that in all of the templates now, it has the information automatically populated. So it's actually kind of a cool feature that I underutilize, so I'm gonna try to get better about using them. But yeah, I like this little card, business card overlay. It's probably one of my favorites. And let's icon, because I want to show you guys some stuff in the overlay editor here. Oh, Mary Lou is here. Hi, Mary Lou. Y'all, Mary Lou is a legend. She's gonna be streaming later today, I believe. Are you streaming later today, Mary Lou? Yes. She usually streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you do content creation, you should definitely check out her channel. She's always sharing like really great tips and tricks and giving like aspirational and inspirational use cases for all the tech things that she has, which are a lot of things. Yes, 2 p.m. PT. Yeah, I was gonna say 5, which is actually correct for Eastern time. Okay, yeah, my brain. Allergies, guys. I've been in allergy mode. Not intentionally, but the pollen has decided that it's invaded my brain. So yes, 2 p.m. Pacific time is 5 p.m. Eastern, which is my time zone. So youtube.com/MaryLouMandel. She is a legend. I love hanging out on her streams, and I will be there to hang out later today. And she just opened a video creator club. If you are looking for accountability and a community, I highly recommend you check her out. Super Bowl week, Dano. That's right. This is a gag. Okay, let's change this icon because I want to show. And of course, this is I just set up this computer not too long ago. Do I have the camo icon somewhere? That's a great question. Downloads. Maybe I don't have the icon. All right, I'll have to get my icons loaded up, but let me just put in a different thing. Although I don't know what any of these are. So maybe we won't do this. I will look for that camo icon later. All right, so I don't have another icon to sub in, but you can sub in your logo. You can change this from the Twitter icon to any other social media icon. All of this is editable and customizable. You can change the colors. Like if you wanted to change this to, let's see, what color matches my scene a little bit better. Purple? I mean, green? Ooh, that's a little bit bright, but... Or the green on green is a little bit much. A little bit too much green. Pink? Pink's not it. Actually, I think I have too much going on with my shirt and the green already, so... Boringly, I think I'm gonna stick to just like a grayscale one. So actually, the black one looks pretty good. The white one, I'd probably have to change the text color to make it stand out a little bit, but after all that, I ended up leaving it the same color. Sorry, guys. I'll make sure I have some icons loaded up to show off. Yes, Video Creator Club. Join the Video Creator Club. I can vouch for Mary Lou's awesomeness, and I'm excited to join also and get some accountability and tutorials, etc. Mauve, Brusco? You think Mauve would go? All right, let's give Mauve a try. Is this Mauve? Let's see. What color is Mauve? Bro, what are you even... What color is Mauve? Mauve is out here catching strays. I feel like Mauve is a purple pink, but I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me. And thank you for popping in. Good to see you. Good to see you. How's the weather where you are today? Mary Lou, how's the weather where you are today? That was our small talk question today. I'm curious about the weather because it's actually pretty nice. It's just allergy season. Okay, a pink brown, not a pink purple. Okay, pink brown. Pink brown. How do I get that on the color slider though? Or is it just like a darker? Ooh, is that mauve? Is that mauve? Let me know, Brusco, if that's mauve. I'm not sure what color it is. Oh, hex code! Yo, Mary Lou came through with the hex code. Let's go. I am a hex code nerd because you can't get the color wrong if you put in the hex code. Do we not have hex code input? 진짜? I could have sworn we had hex code colors because I ride or die hex code. Oh, we do. Oh my god, I almost had a heart attack. Hex code FF5733. FF5733. That looks orange to me. Did I put in the color right? FF5733? Oh, we have hex code. We have hex code. We have hex code. It was a false alarm. I would not have let us ship a product that has a color picker with no hex code because I don't know. I've always been obsessed with hex codes. Low 80s, but still a little bit humid. Not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, it's nice out right now. I actually might go for a walk after this, but just like wear a mask for allergy reasons. It's not too bad that way, actually. Carter, good to see you again. Greetings, all from Metro Detroit. Sunny 83. Sunny 83. Oh, wow. I guess I thought Detroit would have been cooler for some reason, but maybe not. All right, let's give another hex code a try. C7. Oh. C77398. C77398. Oh, I think this is more close to mauve than... This is much more close to the mauve that I thought I was picturing in my head. You woke up to an earthquake! What was the number? Do you know what it was? NBD? No big deal? What? There was an earthquake? Brusco, do you approve of this mauve color? We'll see if he rejoins. But yeah, this is definitely much closer to mauve. Or I guess I can maybe adjust it from here and make it a little bit more orangey. Slightly slide it a little bit. Yeah. That feels like mauve. Does that feel like mauve to you guys? It was Brusco's color request. Oh, I was the only one that didn't hear about the earthquake. I feel like I'll text my LA friends later, or California friends. But yes, the text, you can also change font. what would a overlay editor be if you couldn't change the font. And I also love that it shows you the preview of the font in the font picker. It drives me insane when font pickers don't, although I think most of them have updated to that user experience. Yes, very Miles Edgeworth core. Very Miles Edgeworth core. '86 in DC. Nice. That's a little too warm. That's a little too warm. I would like for it to be high 70s. Okay, Mauve is Brusco approved. Thank you for confirming. But yeah, that is the overlay editor on our desktop app. I guess while I'm here, I can just walk through some of our other features on desktop as well. So our overlays are click once to turn on, click to turn off. You can also click to turn off from here. This little box with the slash through it is clear overlay. Click on, click off. Keyboard shortcuts to easily switch between overlays as well. So you could even like kind of set up a little mini slideshow and switch between them if you have text that you want to accompany with your talking, a little mini presentation. A lot of rain in Jacksonville, Florida. Hopefully it's not too bad. I was saying earlier that my friends in New Orleans said it's hurricane season right now, so I know that the weather in the southeast tends to be a little dicey this time of year. Also, 4.7. Oh, wow. 4.7. Yeah, 4.7. The only reason I have a little bit of reference for this is because New York randomly got like a 4.1 earthquake earlier in the year, and it wasn't that bad. So that's my only frame of reference. Oh, nice. So I just finished the first Miles Edgeworth game, and the last case on that in the first game goes on forever. I was ready to punch the main villain through my Nintendo Switch screen by the end of it, but we prevailed. We made it through. We made it through. Todd Sickmiller. I'm gonna make this just slightly bigger. Using an iPhone 2020 SE as camera during live streams with OBS, there's a small spinning circle in the camera frame. Do you mean the camera frame when in your OBS window that you have selected as Camo camera? I'm just trying to get a full picture. Todd, I might ask you to send us a sample of this, a sample screen recording to us to support@reincubate.com. This is one of those issues that I wish I could help you with on office hours, but it is not a known issue, and without seeing the small spinning circle, it might be a little bit hard for me to advise right now. But yeah, if you can just give me a little bit more detail, like, is it the way I am imagining it? Okay, so yeah, you just confirmed that it is Camo camera selected in OBS and there's a small circle. Is it in the middle of the frame, in the side somewhere, or that is not how it should be? So yeah, please take a little screen recording of the issue and send it to us at support@reincubate.com. My team would love to take a look and help out with that. Yeah, that's really annoying. That would drive me insane also. So thank you for raising it. Thank you for raising it. We definitely don't want it there. I will ask, is it also, okay, so it's in the middle. It's on in the preview and in your stream? Because that's super annoying. Yeah, okay, it would be right in the middle of the screen. Wow, that is, sorry about that. But yes, do shoot support@reincubate a note with the screen recording, and I know that we'll probably ask you like the settings. We might ask you some questions about OBS, but yeah, screen recording and some details about how you have it set up, and my team will advise from there. Thank you for raising it, Anna. Sorry about that. We will do our best to get it resolved for you though. Yeah, thank you for joining. I'm glad that you popped in, and I'm sorry I couldn't help you right now. Although maybe one of these days I can set it up to be more of a Zoom call style thing, but we'll see. Also, we have 10 minutes left, so get your questions in. I also do want to shout out my bestie Doc Rock from Let's Go Live and Ecam community over there. It's his birthday today. It's also Namjoon's birthday. He loves when I mention that he has the same birthday as Kim Namjoon, who has also been featured in my content before. Oh, Todd, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you love Camo, and you know, we definitely want to make sure we get things sorted out for you, and we have some really exciting new features coming up, so please keep an eye out for our emails and or our channel updates, because we have some really exciting stuff on the horizon that I'm really excited to share. I've been in testing mode. I was testing a test build earlier, and I switched back to the release version for the demo, but yeah, we have some really cool features coming up that I'm really excited to share with you guys. So I need to get better at learning how to tease features, but that's my attempt at at teasing some cool features coming up. Yeah, feel free to drop feature requests in our chats, by the way. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of rundown of, I'm going to switch back to the iPad scene because it's weird to have two of me. Where's the iPad scene? There we go. Last 10 minutes we can go to gaming in the last 10 minutes unless a question rolls in. So I am still monitoring for questions, but in the meantime we'll continue to make this sushi roll. But yeah, drop feature requests into the chat, questions. We record, we take all of them. One of my team members goes to the chat and pulls all of them, and we put them into a doc, and y'all's feedback and feature requests help us decide what we bring to the app next. Is it salt? Or is it black sesame? Oh, I don't think I needed black sesame. All right, cool. Carter asks, unrelated, but any Apple TV users looking for a dashboard app that gives him a clock and uses photo library for backgrounds? If anyone here uses an Apple TV and can chime in, feel free to help out our friend Carter. I'll leave it up for a second so people can chime in if they would like. I am really weird, and actually, so I have dry eyes, and I try to take out my contacts after the workday. What? I don't need salt. What do you mean? Okay. Oh, that's white sesame, not salt. And so sometimes I get like too tired or not. I don't really like wearing glasses because it puts pressure on the back of my ears, and so I end up watching stuff on like my laptop or even my iPhone because I don't need to wear glasses or contacts to see. It's kind of funny, but oh, Mary Lou, I'm glad you like Dave the Diver. I might replay that this winter. And Survivor Larry, what a great question. Not at this moment. Not at this moment is all I can say, but that doesn't mean that there's not one that we might be sharing at some point. That's all I can say at this moment in time, but I hope you guys are catching that I'm trying to say it with a bit of a teaser tone in my voice. I'm working on the teaser thing. I'm just gonna leave Carter's comment up in case anyone has an Apple TV and can help our guy out. What is this? Rice vinegar. And if you guys have game recommendations, let me know too. I know one of our friends earlier, Von J, played a lot of Madden. I was a 2K girly back in the day, retired after my Xbox broke. I think the last one I had was 2K14. I'm aging. I'm showing my age a little bit. It's the one. I think that was the one with LeBron. I might be one of those people that are. I wouldn't say I stan LeBron, but I like LeBron. I like LeBron. Brusco! Oh no! Oh, which burger game? Oh, Mary Lou. He's talking about Overcooked. When I was streaming Overcooked one time. I know Mary Lou has played Overcooked as well. But Brusco, let me know what burger game, because I love a burger game. You guys know I love food. Food is like my favorite thing in the world. I'm playing a food game right now because I can't eat. Yo, what are y'all eating later for food? I really wanted pizza earlier because someone mentioned it on a live stream. And then Joe, my streaming buddy, who also works here at Camo with me, he got a burger. Actually, he got a jerk chicken sandwich, but apparently burgers, anything in burger buns are called burgers in the UK. That's what he told me. If anyone from the UK wants to confirm or push back, let me know. But I told him that it's not a burger just if it has chicken in it. It's a chicken sando if it has chicken. Oh, you got Burger Time. Okay. I will check that out also. Switch? What game? What platform? What platform? I also have a Steam Deck now, which I'll be switching to demoing with Steam Deck at some point. But I have not. I don't have that many games for it. It just my brother bequeathed me his old Steam Deck because he upgraded his, but I need game recs for it. Oh, stirring is the most difficult part of this game. Alien Isolation. What type of game is that, Ant? Adventure? Story? Burger Time. Yeah, Overcooked is fun. Oh, it's Burger Please. Okay. Oh, on iPad. Oh, maybe I can get it on iPad and use it to demo next time. I can use it to demo screen shares next time. Yeah, we love a burger game. Man, I kind of want a burger now. Should I get a burger later? Burger or Szechuan food. Those are very different things. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Anthony had a giant pastrami and corned beef sandwich. That's funny because we just talked about the fact that I've never had a pastrami sandwich before, recently on the mailbag. I have had a corned beef sandwich before, but I have not yet had a pastrami sandwich. Well, burgers with an egg are so good. Do they have it in Burger Please? I'm only playing it if I can make an egg burger in Burger Please. Mary Lou, I know. There used to be I used to have to go to like Williamsburg for Shake Shack, but then they opened one that's like a 15-minute like Uber thing, so it's like a lot faster and I can actually walk there. It's not that far. I'm kind of like, sorry about the alarms, the sirens. I live in New York, you guys know that. Horror survival. That's very fitting for the fall though, I feel, because as we lead into Halloween. Ooh, next, oh, I know the icebreaker question for next month's office hours. By the way, I've decided to do a set week for office hours, and I'll announce it on the next office hours email. So that's a tease if I've ever heard one. But I am going to be doing them the same time every month just to build up some consistency so people can have an expectation to know when they are, instead of sometimes the third week, sometimes the fourth week. No egg on burger in Burger Please. I still might try it out, especially if it's on iPad, because I can demo with it that way. Disappointing. A burger with an egg sounds really good right now, though. Yo, what is your ideal burger? Drop it in the chat. My burger from Shake Shack, though, is I just get the classic Shack burger. I feel like it's like, if I want a burger, it's just like the classic burger, and it just like satiates the craving for a burger. Because sometimes you get a burger and it's like doing too much, and then you realize that you still want a burger after it because you were actually craving like or just the regular burger. Does that happen to anyone or just me? Oh, why? How do I wash this rice? Oh, there we go. Oh, gotta get skates to serve people faster. Yo, I also just picked up some roller skates. And we will see if I fall this weekend when I go roller skating with some friends. Marilou, I feel like you're someone that would dabble in roller skating. Yes, classic Shack burger is perfection. Carter says burger with bacon, blue cheese, and buffalo wing sauce. Yo, that's getting a little crazy with it, but I love wing sauce. Like, wing sauce is... Can't go wrong with wing sauce. Cannot go wrong with wing sauce. Or bacon, really. Bacon works really well on burgers, too. Bacon and an egg on a burger. And then it's just a breakfast sandwich at that point, maybe. Alright, guys. Hang out for 5 more minutes. Are we all ready to wrap? Wrist guards, knee pads, and helmets, please. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Brusco. I'm going out there. Just skates only. No, I'm just kidding. I was actually thinking wrist guards would be... Wrist guards. When I used to skateboard, I would always have, like, a sprained wrist. Because I was always falling. Fried egg, bacon, American cheese, little ketchup, mayo, and tomato. That's pretty classic. That sounds fabulous. That sounds like a burger right there. Yes, roller skates. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll have to add that to the list of things that we do when I finally come hang out in LA. One of these times. Bruce goes, so the funny thing is not my ankle, but like I could not turn my head sideways when I woke up this morning. At my age, sometimes you sleep wrong and you can't turn your head or move your back for a period of time. So I feel your pain. Every time I'm out skating, I know. Maybe I should get those. Yeah, rose gold. That's what I was thinking. Mine are just the classic white. They kind of look like ice skates, but I actually kind of got decision paralysis because like some of the ones on Amazon were really cute colors, and then I was like, nah, I'll just get classic white. Zagak, we are cooked and we are at time. I am going to sign off and maybe go get a burger or maybe just continue to be indecisive about what to eat. But thank you all for hanging out. I'm so happy I got to see you guys and we got some good questions. Yeah, thank you. the Keaton Batman turn. Exactly. Anthony knows what's up. Ant knows what's up. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining, and as always, drop your camo questions in the comments or reach out to us at support@reincubate.com. We would love to hear from you. And with that, I am going to see you guys later.